Dr. Ekuna Walton Gilpin, a seasoned economist and renowned banker, has trailed students, staff, and the public at a well-attended public lecture delivered at the Lincoln Queen University of Creative Technology at the Faculty of Business Management and Globalization with the theme Financial Technologies, Rise and Sustainability in Sierra Leone's Banking Industry. In a statement, Dr. Ekunda Walton Gilpin highlighted the need for short-term engagement with the student body and staff of the college, noting that science education is very important in the development of any nation and that in financial technology, rise and sustainability in Sierra Leone's banking industry is critical in improving productivity and enhancing efficiency for better participation in economic development, underscoring that many of the developing countries were able to achieve so much in because they were able to educate their people and how to manage their finance.
For most things in Africa having to do with management of economy, or having to do with progression of banking, having to do with education, having to do with health, you normally will find Sierra Leone most times on the south of the scale, which to me is not impressive, which to me I don't like. So with that, you mean Sierra Leone, when it comes to Sub-Saharan Africa, we're listing all these countries there, Sierra Leone will be at the bottom 10, bottom 5, most times like that. I think we need to work hard to change that dimension. So looking for good things, we should be right on top, amongst the top few percent, not down. So looking today, let's see the Africa size. Fintech markets reach valuation of 335 by 2028, has an untapped potential, emerging economies, really, which has to drive the market growth. What am I saying here? There is a big potential. Right now, you talk about Sierra Leone, you talk about the non-bank population. It's about 60-something, 70%. Although most of those may be within low income levels, and so you think they may not bring as much value, but the transactions they can bring when it comes to fintech is massive. The guy couldn't have $1 million put in the bank, but the guy has every day to pay an Okada guy, pay to cut his hair, pay a keke person, transfer money from one person to the other, pay EDSA, and those little transactions bring commission for the entity. And so if you get that 70%, give them an account, let them fund it however they can, do their little transactions among themselves, then for every transaction, there's a penny or two for the service provider. The Africa's fintech is coming of age. What of Sierra Leone? All right? And what comes next in Sierra Leone? Before I proceed, I want to open the floor. What do you guys think of fintech in Sierra Leone? Based on what I've said about what fintech is, about segmentation, about growth and size, what do you think is happening in Sierra Leone in the area of fintech? Do you see it happening at all? Do you think it's happening somehow, or do you see it happening big time? And how do you see it in the next few years? I want you to have a big chat with me before I proceed to the next slide.
It further pointed out that education for sustainable development covers different areas from elementary to university, pointing out that one of these areas is the economy, and Rokel Commercial Bank are making sure that everyone is involved in the aspect of finance.
That's why I said we have an opportunity to latch onto technology. When you travel out of here to maybe First World, I would use that as the extreme example, you can go through a whole week without using a single pound cash. Use your watch to pay, use your phone to pay, use your card to pay, use your app to pay, and you just don't even bother to take cash. So cash transactions are minimized because of fintech. And the systems are all integrated. I can put my card anywhere and the system reads it. Recently, Bank of Sierra Leone launched what they call the National Switch. Did you all hear about it? National Switch? You heard about it? That means if I am banking with Rokel Bank, I want to be able to pay somebody in GT Bank, I can automatically make an instant payment from my app to somebody in GT Bank or EcoBank or any other bank within that economy, because the national switch will switch you across banks quite easily. Or if I have a card, a banking card, issued by GT Bank, only on GT Bank, not on Visa, GT Bank, I want to go and take from an ATM that belongs to Rokel Bank, then I can easily use that card, because the national switch, I can switch through. And if you have a card with a Visa logo on it, it's time to us now, we can run the card on our switch. We don't have to run it on a switch that's bilateral, that's offshore. So it becomes cheaper for us to run it on our switch. So it's switched on the Visa between banks quite easily because we have a national switch. So national switch is quintessential for fintech to work well. It is quintessential. There is no dogma about fintech that will not need national switch, especially for the banking sector. On the other side, for the telcos and others, they run upon their internet framework. The MNOs run upon their framework of internet. And that will be the machinery that will work. So you have the AfriCell, the Orange Money, or Q Money, whatever, running on internet. If in Rokel Bank, we have what we call eCopo. And that means I can send money from my Rokel Bank account to anybody out there who doesn't even have a Rokel Bank account through eCopo. For that, I need an MNO to give me internet to do that. So when I take my phone right now, and I want to give somebody money here, which maybe I may do if you answer a question right, I say, okay, let me give you a gift. I give you a gift of how much? 1 million leons, okay? I can give you 1 million leons from my phone. Not from Orange Money, not from Afro, from my bank account. I can give you, if you land on your phone as an SMS, you go to any Rokel Bank agent, and you cash it.
For Star TV News in Freetown, George Elliott Sam reporting.